आज हम पेपर बी उठाएंगे, नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ योर सिलेबस. यस, it is the whole part. Dot B is related with macroeconomics.
Yes, sir.
First of all, we must know what is macroeconomics, what is its scope, what is its importance,
Yes,
what
sir.
are the difficulties which are studied or fields areas which are studied in the macroeconomics. So first of all, we have the topic distinguish between microeconomics and macroeconomics. Basically, your part 1 of your syllabus is related with microeconomics, and part B is related with macroeconomics. First of all, we must know distinction between these two branches. These are two branches of economics.
Yes, sir.
We have started our topic. Professor Ragnar Finch of Oslo University divided the economy into two branches in 1933. आप लिख लीजिए ये note.
Yes,
Professor Ragnar Finch of Oslo University divided the economics into two branches in 1933. These are microeconomics and macroeconomics. But after 33, there has been a great development in the world context. A book was published in 1936. That book was written by James Keynes. So after the publication of General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, this is name of the book, which was written by John Maynard Keynes. John Maynard Keynes has written a book. Name of the book is General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, which was published in 1936. And after the publication of this book, these two branches of economics received a great importance. It is field of both the branches increased. It has gone wide after the publication of this book. First of all, we take up what is microeconomics. MICRO, microeconomics. Microeconomics is older than macroeconomics because before the division of this economics into two branches, it was one economics named as economics, which was generally microeconomics. So we can say microeconomics is older than macroeconomics. Macroeconomics got its existence in 1933 and received importance from 1936 after the publication of General Theory. So micro was derived from a Greek word makros, which means small.
which means small, yes, sir.
Which means small. So it is that branch of economics. It is that branch of economics. It is that branch of economics which studies individual economic variables.
Yes, sir.
Which studies individual economic variables. Economic variables. जिसमें हम individual economic variables study करते हैं, like
A forum, a consumer.
demand of a
Yes, sir.
good. एक ही चीज की
Yes, sir.
supply of a good.
Yes, sir.
इसी तरह production of a firm. Production and
Yes.
cost of a firm. Cost structure of a firm. इसी तरह हम दूसरे भी वेरिएबल्स, इकोनॉमिक वेरिएबल्स हम इसमें स्टडी करते हैं which are based on individual nature. So
Yes, sir.
it is helpful to study the individual economic units of a firm of a consumer, it has very narrow scope than macroeconomics. So it has very narrow scope. It is also called, it is study of particular to general. Particular to general. It is study of particular to general.
General.
एक से हम स्टार्ट करते हैं, पहले एक को पढ़ते हैं, फिर दूसरे को पढ़ते हैं, एक एक करते हैं, हम सबों को पढ़ते हैं. It is, this is general. This is general.
Yes.
To study particular and reaches to the general. So it is particular to study of particular to general.
General.
Yes. Microeconomics is that branch of economics which studies the individual economic variables like demand of a good, supply of a good, production, cost of one firm, etc. So it simply means small. So we study here small economic units or individual economic units. Okay.
Okay.
So it is helpful to study the individual economic units. It is helpful to study individual economic units. So this is the meaning of, simple meaning of microeconomics.
Microeconomics.
Yes. Now we take up the macroeconomics. 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 आप लिख लीजिए. The word macro was derived from Greek word macros.
Micros, which means large.
Macro was derived
From Greek word.
a Greek word macros, M-A-K-R-O-S, big macros.
M-A-C-R-O-S.
Yes, which means M-A-K-R-O-S, macros, which means large.
Large.
Yes. Thus, what is this? Macroeconomics. It is that branch of economics which studies large economic variables or economic variables as a whole.
Yes, sir.
It is the study from general to particular. It is the study from general to particular. वो particular से general है, ये general से particular है. It is that branch of economics which studies the economic
Activity.
variables as a whole. Which
Yes, sir.
studies the economic variables as a whole or at the aggregate level. It is also called study of aggregates.
Yes, sir.
It is also called study of
aggregate.
aggregates.
Aggregate.
Aggregate means whole.
Or average, sir.
Aggregates. Study of aggregates.
Aggregate.
Yes. So it is the study from general to particular. It is that branch of economics in which we study economic issues or economic variables as a whole. It studies the economic variables like what are the variables which are studied. It is it studies the economic variables like economic variables like aggregate demand.
Supply.
यहाँ इंडिविजुअल डिमांड माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में पढ़ते हैं, यहाँ एग्रीगेट डिमांड पढ़ते हैं,
Yes, sir.
डिमांड ऑफ ए होल कंट्री. इसी तरह एग्रीगेट सप्लाई,
General price level.
सप्लाई, जनरल प्राइस लेवल, प्राइस लेवल ऑफ द होल कंट्री. यहाँ हम एक ही चीज की प्राइस लेवल पढ़ते हैं माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में. मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स
Yes,
में जनरल प्राइस लेवल पढ़ते हैं.
Yes.
So this is study of generals, study of aggregates, study as a whole.
Whole.
Okay, aggregate supply, general price level, national income of a whole country,
Yes, sir.
level of employment, etc. बहुत सी चीजें. इसी तरह consumption of the whole country, saving of the whole country, investment of the whole country. So it also shows the level of employment, income, consumption, saving, etc. एक इकोनॉमिस्ट है जिसका नाम है डेविड शेफेरो. अकॉर्डिंग टू डेविड शेफेरो, वो क्या कहता है? Macroeconomics deals with the functioning of an economy as a whole. Macroeconomics deals with the functioning of an economy as a whole. So it deals with the functioning, or it studies the functions of an economy as a whole. एक बहुत फेमस इकोनॉमिस्ट है, इसने मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में बहुत अच्छी स्टडी की है. वो एक जगह लिखता है, if he gives an example by making distinction between micro and macroeconomics, वो बताता है if we go to a forest, if this is a forest, एक forest है, forest में there are number of trees in the forest, जब हम जंगल में जाते हैं ना, बहुत से दरख्त होते हैं,
Sir.
बहुत से दरख्त होते हैं.
Yes, sir.
एक फॉरेस्ट है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, तो इसमें बहुत से दरख्त हैं. ये बताता है अगर हम एक दरख्त को स्टडी करेंगे, इफ वी स्टडी वन
Yes, sir.
ट्री इन ए फॉरेस्ट,
Forest.
what is its height, what is its breadth, how much water it consumes, how much oxygen it makes, how much carbon dioxide it takes, how much timber or
Yes.
firewood we can get from this very tree. So this is the study of microeconomics. This is the example of study of microeconomics. हमने एक इंडिविजुअल यूनिट को स्टडी किया. जब हम सारे फॉरेस्ट को स्टडी करेंगे, when you study the whole forest, how much trees are there in this forest, how much land occupies this piece of forest, how much timber we can get from this whole forest, how much
As a whole.
makes. So study of the whole forest is macroeconomics. So study of one tree, one plant in the forest is microeconomics, and study of
Sir.
whole forest is macroeconomics.
Microeconomics.
Yes. Study of individuals, study of units, is microeconomics. So इकोनॉमिक्स में इकोनॉमिक वेरिएबल्स पढ़े जाते हैं. इकोनॉमिक वेरिएबल्स दो टाइप के होते हैं, इंडिविजुअल एंड वेरिएबल्स एज अ होल. वेरिएबल एज ए होल फॉर द होल कंट्री. अगर हम फॉर एग्जांपल माइक्रो एंड मैक्रो वेरिएबल्स, माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक वेरिएबल में फॉर एग्जांपल हम डिमांड उठाते हैं. इफ वी टेक डिमांड in micro concept, it is a demand of one good, demand of one firm, demand of one individual, demand of one market. So this is called a demand, quantity demand of one good. अगर हम यही डिमांड मैक्रो में पढ़ेंगे, यहाँ बताएंगे इसको हम एग्रीगेट डिमांड, यहाँ हम एग्रीगेट डिमांड. So this is the demand of whole country, whole economy.
Yes, sir.
अगर हम सप्लाई पढ़ेंगे, सप्लाई is an economic variable. अगर हम माइक्रो लेवल पढ़ेंगे, it is supply of one good, supply of one market, supply of one firm. अगर हम यही हम पढ़ेंगे मैक्रो लेवल पे, ये बन गई यहाँ एग्रीगेट सप्लाई, एग्रीगेट सप्लाई.
Yes, sir. Whole.
हाँ, अगर यहाँ हम इनकम पढ़ेंगे, ये एक इंडिविजुअल का इनकम है.
National income.
और इफेक्ट ऑफ इनकम ऑन डिमांड, ये माइक्रो लेवल पे. यहाँ हम नेशनल इनकम पढ़ेंगे.
Yes, sir.
सारे मुल्क का इनकम हम पढ़ेंगे. इसी तरह अगर हम कॉस्ट पढ़ेंगे, यहाँ पे यहाँ पढ़ना है सारे मुल्क का कॉस्ट. यहाँ फॉर एग्जांपल प्रोडक्शन पढ़नी है, एक फर्म की प्रोडक्शन, हम यहाँ टोटल प्रोडक्शन हम पढ़ेंगे. सो दिस इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक वेरिएबल्स एंड मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक वेरिएबल्स. इस तरह हमने पेपर ए में पढ़ा भी है, कॉस्ट पढ़ा है, डिमांड पढ़ी है, सप्लाई पढ़ा है, रेवेन्यू पढ़ा है, एक ही फर्म का. ठीक है,
Total.
यस यस. अब दूसरा है हमारा इसमें टॉपिक, व्हाट इज द स्कोप ऑफ मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स. दूसरा लिख लीजिए, स्कोप ऑफ मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स. स्कोप क्या है इसका?
Area of study.
स्कोप ऑफ मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स. स्कोप मीन्स इसका फील्ड कहाँ कहाँ है, कौन कौन सा फील्ड.
Area of study.
एरिया ऑफ स्टडी, किस किस
Yes,
फील्ड
sir.
में ये हमें जरूरत. सो स्कोप of macroeconomics means the areas of study under macroeconomics. Scope of economics means areas of study.
Study. Under
Areas of
macro.
study
Study.
under macroeconomics. Under macroeconomics. किस किस एरिया में ये काम करता है, where it works, which concepts it studies. नंबर फर्स्ट जो है, it studies theory of national income. Theory of national.
National income.
First area is macroeconomic study is the concept of national income in different elements and methods of measurement. So
Yes, sir.
macroeconomics studies
The concept of national income.
concept of
National income.
national income. Concept of national income. Its elements
Different.
and measurement, methods of measurement. ये इसमें हम पढ़ते हैं नेशनल इनकम. इसी तरह हम इसमें पढ़ते हैं एम्प्लॉयमेंट, theory of employment. Macroeconomics which studies problems relating to employment and unemployment. In macroeconomics, we study the problems relating to
employment and unemployment.
relating to employment and unemployment of an economy. Okay. So it studies factors determining the level of employment, aggregate supply. वो चीजें भी हम पढ़ते हैं factors which determine the employment or unemployment in an economy, like aggregate supply है, aggregate consumption है, aggregate investment है, aggregate savings है.
Saving.
Theory of money भी पढ़ते हैं. This is scope of
Yes, sir.
theory of money.
Change in demand, form and supply.
Yes. So changes in demand and supply of money. We study changes in demand and supply of money, and its impact or effect, and it is impact or effect on level of employment. इसका क्या असर है employment पे, income पे, employment and income. Okay. इसी तरह हम
Yes, sir.
theory of general price level पढ़ते हैं. Theory of general price. Theory of general price level. So in macroeconomics, we study the determination of DET or MINATION, determination of general price level, general price level. मुल्की सतह पे at economic level, what is the price level? We study the determination of general price level and also study the problems relating to inflation and deflation, and also problems relating to inflation and deflation. Inflation means rising price level and deflation means falling price level. Okay. इसी तरह हम fifth one is theory of economic growth. Theory of
It studies the economic growth of underdeveloped.
economic growth.
Underdevelopment.
Economic growth क्या है country में? It studies the economic growth of an economy. It studies economic growth
It studies economic growth
of an economy, that is change in national income. That is change in rate of growth of national income, rate of growth of GNP, gross national product. And problems relating to economic growth, it studies monetary and fiscal policies of a government. So in the economic growth, it studies monetary and fiscal policy. Monetary, MONETARY, monetary and fiscal policy.
fiscal.
Yes.
FIC.
So these are the
Also
areas.
government.
इसी तरह और एक important area इसका है theory of international trade.
International
Yes, theory of international trade.
trade.
What is the situation of imports and exports of a country?
Exports.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What is the situation of trade with other countries? International trade. Theory of international trade. Theory of international trade. Theory of international trade.
Tariff
So macroeconomic studies issues relating to international trade, exports, imports,
Yes, sir.
exchange rate, balance of payments. So macroeconomics studies problems relating to international trade, like imports, exports, rate of exchange, rate of foreign exchange rate, that is foreign exchange rate. इसी तरह balance of payment, balance of payments, etc. So it also involves itself in the study of international trade, the problems, the concepts relating to international trade, like what is the import situation of the government or country, exports of a country, rate of exchange, that is foreign rate, foreign currency exchange rate, foreign exchange rate, balance of payments, balance of trade, etc. These are studied in this macroeconomics. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
इसी तरह हमारा इसमें है, अभी है टाइम कुछ.
Yes, sir.
इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है? मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स मीनिंग है, मीनिंग ही पढ़नी है. इम्पोर्टेंस भी हम पढ़ सकते हैं. हेल्पफुल ये किस किस जगह काम करता है? तो स्कोप हमारा हो गया.
Yes, sir.
स्कोप हो गया. और थोड़ा मैं दे दूंगा इम्पोर्टेंस इसकी, कहाँ कहाँ ये जरूरत आती है. वैसे स्कोप जो होता है ना, स्कोप
ये भी important.
एज इम्पोर्टेंस. फिर भी मैं
Yes,
अलग से
sir.
कुछ कंसेप्ट दे दूंगा. इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ मैक्रोइकोनॉमिक्स, इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ मैक्रोइकोनॉमिक्स. ये हमने पहले ही डिस्कस किया है. द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ मैक्रोइकोनॉमिक्स इंक्रीज्ड आफ्टर द publication of the book General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. Its scope has increased after the publication of the Keynes book. So फिर भी its importance is very wide in all spheres of life. First importance you can write in the note. Its importance is as under: helpful in making economic policies. Helpful in making economic policies. एक कंट्री की इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसीज बनाने में ये मदद करता है. सो माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स इज इम्पोर्टेंट इन मेकिंग इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसीज. इट हेल्प्स अस टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ पॉवर्टी, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ एटसेट्रा. इसी तरह दूसरी इसकी इंपॉर्टेंस है स्टडी ऑफ फ्लक्चुएशंस इन इकोनॉमी, बिजनेस एंड इकोनॉमिक फ्लक्चुएशंस. इट हेल्प्स अस इन स्टडी ऑफ economic and business fluctuation. Economic and business fluctuation. With the help of economics, we can know the economic and business fluctuations in a country. Economic and business fluctuations in a country, that is ups and downs in the economy. So we are able to know the ups and downs in an economy. Third इसकी importance है, it helps us to compare in economy with the other economies of the world. Helpful in comparison of economies. Helpful in comparison of economies of the world. वर्ल्ड की डिफरेंट कंट्रीज को स्टडी करने में कंपेयर करने में ये मदद करता है। इसी तरह फोर्थ इंपॉर्टेंस इज इट हेल्प्स in the measurement of economic development of a country. It helpful in measurement of economic development. Economic development in a country. In a country. एक कंट्री में कितनी इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट हुई है? So microeconomics deals with the economic variables like production, consumption, saving, capital formation. So these are the parameters which shows us what is the economic or developmental situation in an economy. So it helps us in measuring the economic development in a country. Because of the fact in macroeconomics, we study the parameters of development. So when we study those parameters like production, consumption, saving, capital formation, that shows us what is the economic situation in a country. इसी तरह fifth है, it helps us in the study of inflation and deflation in the economy. Helpful in the study of inflation and deflation. Inflation and deflation in an economy. In an economy. So as we have studied just now that the scope of economics is to study the general price level. So when general price level is studied in macroeconomics for an economy, it gives us the knowledge whether there is inflation or there is deflation in the economy. So inflation means, what is inflation? Inflation means rise in prices, rising price level. Inflation means rise in prices. Yes, and deflation means fall in prices. Fall in prices. Fall in prices. So it is macroeconomics which shows us whether there is rising trend in prices or falling trend in prices. So rise in prices and fall in prices, it determines the values of money. We are able to know whether the value of money is falling or rising. When there is rise in prices, the value of money falls, and when there is fall in prices, the value of money rises. So it is inflation and deflation which tells us whether there is fall in the value of money or rise in the value of money. So by macroeconomics, we study different parameters which shows us whether there is inflation or deflation, or there is fall in value of money or rise in value of money. So with the help of macroeconomics, we are able to know inflation and deflation. So मुझे बताओ, अब मैं थोड़ा एक क्वेश्चन आपको दे दूंगा, राइज इन प्राइस ठीक है या फॉल इन प्राइस ठीक है? इन्फ्लेशन ठीक है इकोनॉमी के लिए या डेफ्लेशन ठीक है? व्हाट इज गुड फॉर द इकोनॉमी? हेलो, यस,
The rise.
राइज इन प्राइस ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
मतलब अगर चीजें महंगी हो जाए तो वो ठीक है इकोनॉमी के लिए, हैं?
Sir, come fall in price.
Fall in price.
Fall in price or also yeah, where come? Sir, दोनों ही सुंदर है.
So there should be neither a great fall in price, neither a great rise in price. कीमतें ज्यादा कम भी नहीं होनी चाहिए और वो ज्यादा राइज भी नहीं होनी चाहिए. It should be moderate. Inflation should be moderate. जो rising price trend है, that should be moderate, not so much, not so much. So which is good for the economy. अगर prices ज्यादा fall हो जाएंगे, that will decrease the investment, that will decrease the employment, and that will decrease the national income. So it is good for the economy to have a moderate inflation, neither high rise in prices nor very low fall in prices. So it is macroeconomics which helps us to study the inflation, rise in prices or fall in prices. So this is the importance of macroeconomics. This is the importance of macroeconomics, helpful in making economic policies, study of economic and business fluctuations in the economy, helpful in comparison of economies of the world, helpful in comparison of economies of the world, ECONOMIES, economies of the world or countries of the world, helpful in measurement of economic development in a country, helpful in study of inflation and deflation. Okay, this is the, so ये हमने स्कोप पढ़ा है. अब कौन से हैं प्रॉब्लम्स, इश्यूज, वेरिएबल्स? सो व्हाट आर द वेरिएबल्स? अभी हमने पढ़ा है व्हाट आर द इकोनॉमिक वेरिएबल्स. एक छोटा मोटा क्वेश्चन है. इकोनॉमिक वेरिएबल्स स्टडीड इन, जो स्कोप है, स्टडीड इन मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स. Or what are the issues? What are the issues of macroeconomics? कौन से issues, economic issues हम macroeconomics में पढ़ते हैं? The following issues or economic variables are studied in macroeconomics. क्या है? National income, national income हम पढ़ते हैं, और economic growth जो इसका स्कोप है. नंबर टू is level of employment. हम पढ़ते हैं. थर्ड क्या पढ़ते हैं? एग्रीगेट डिमांड, एग्रीगेट सप्लाई. एग्रीगेट डिमांड एंड एग्रीगेट सप्लाई. एग्रीगेट सप्लाई. इसी तरह हम पढ़ते हैं एग्रीगेट कंजप्शन एंड सेविंग.
Yes, sir.
Aggregate consumption and aggregate saving. So these are the economic variables जो हम इसमें पढ़ते हैं. इसी तरह हम इन्वेस्टमेंट हम पढ़ते हैं. लेवल ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट in an economy. Level of investment in an economy. इसी तरह हम पढ़ते हैं जनरल प्राइस लेवल, that is price level of the whole country. So these are the issues or variables, economic variables, which are studied in macroeconomics. These are the issues studied in macroeconomics. Okay, thank you very much. कल हम उठाएंगे national income and its related aggregates. National income and its aggregates, meaning of national income and the different concepts related with national income, which is called